Good evening, ma'am. Dr. Tanya K. Sangama, ma'am. Please start the session, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Am I audible, sir? Hello?
Yeah, ma'am. You are audible?
Am I audible? Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, please inform Shri Alpha Abani, CH Mark, and Shrimati Junti M Mark.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Please inform them join the session because
Okay, sir.
yeah, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, very good evening to all of you. Our esteemed speaker for today's webinar, Sir Suryakant Sharma, Senior Consultant, AMFI, Association of Mutual Fund of India. Shri Sabzar Ahmed, coordinator of workshop from AMFI, my esteemed colleagues and everyone, all the participants. I'm Tanya K. Sangma, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Mendipathar College, and I have the privilege to welcome each one of you to this national webinar on financial education on life skill under NEP 2020. Being jointly organized by the Department of Economics and IQAC, Mendipathar College, North Garo Hills, Meghalaya, in collaboration with the Association of Mutual Funds in India, AMFI. So welcome all of you. And now may I request Sir Bhaskar Jyoti Bora, who is my dear colleague, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, and also the former IQAC coordinator, to kindly give the formal welcome address. Sir Bhaskar Jyoti Bora, if you are, yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Respected convener of today's national webinar, Srimati Tanya K. Sangma, Head of the Department of Economics, Mendipathar College, Coordinator from AMFI, Sri Sabzar Ahmed, Keynote Speaker, Mr. Suryakant Sharma sir, co-conveners of the webinar, and other dignitaries, faculty members from different institutions, including Mendipathar College, and all my dear student participants from Mendipathar College. It is my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the Principal, Dr. Motis M. Sangma, and Vice Principal, Dr. H.K. Chaudhary of Mendipathar College, Mendipathar, to this national webinar on financial education, a life skill under NEP 2020. This is, of course, a very timely and crucial topic, especially as we work towards equipping our students with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century. The National Education Policy 2020 has brought about transformative changes in our education system, emphasizing the need to integrate essential life skills into the curriculum. Among these, of course, financial literacy stands out as a cornerstone, empowering individuals to make informed decisions about their personal and professional lives. In today's world, understanding financial concepts is not just a skill, but a necessity for everyone. So we are honored to have with us today Mr. Suryakant Sharma sir, a distinguished senior consultant from the AMFI. Mr. Sharma sir brings with him a wealth of experience and insight into the world of financial education and its integration within our educational framework. Sharma sir has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and securities market, and had initially served in a leading financial institution, thereafter in Department of Financial Services, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally the Securities and Exchange Board of India. Sir Sharma is also a recipient of Excellence Award from a leading trade body for promoting mutual funds in India. Sir Sharma will be sharing his expertise on how financial education can be effectively integrated as a life skill under NEP 2020, providing us with valuable insights and practical approaches. His extensive knowledge and experience make him the perfect resource person for this topic, and we are eager to learn from him. As students, educators, and professionals, this webinar offers us a unique opportunity to gain a deep understanding of how financial education can be cultivated as a life skill, particularly within the context of NEP 2020. I encourage all participants, especially the students, to actively engage in this session, take notes, ask questions, and absorb as much knowledge as you can. The concepts discussed today will not only benefit all the students academically, but will also serve them well in their personal and professional lives. Before we proceed, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all the participants for joining us today. Your presence is a testament to the importance of this topic and the collective commitment to fostering a financially literate and empowered society. With these words, I conclude the welcome address. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Bhaskar Jyoti Bora, for your welcome address on behalf of the principal, Dr. M.M. Sangma, who regretfully could not join us for the webinar today. Thank you so much, sir. I hope we will have a very enlightened and informative session today with our resource person, the keynote speaker, Sir Suryakant Sharma. And if you are ready, Sir Suryakant Sharma, if you are ready, I welcome you to this webinar and to proceed with your presentation, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm absolutely ready and rather eager to interact with all of you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, respected principal of the college, respected vice principal, Professor Bhaskar, ma'am, coordinator of the program, all your faculty members, your students, and outsider participants as well. I am thankful to all of you for giving me opportunity to interact with you on this very relevant subject. And two, three things I wish to mention from your help and support in taking this mission forward amongst all segments of the society in Meghalaya. And secondly, this program is from Association of Mutual Funds in India, which is an apex body of mutual funds in India. But Professor Bhaskar, it is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds. It's purely investor awareness program focusing on financial education and investor awareness. And thirdly, I will be very happy, as Professor Bhaskar has also mentioned, I would be very happy if more and more questions come from the participants. Once my session is over, we will be happy to take all the questions from your side. Either you can put your question in the chat box, your coordinator will take it out and ask the question on your behalf. Or after the session, we will make the town hall open. You can just raise your hand and we will unmute you and you can ask the question directly. So the topic today is financial education. What is financial education and why it is necessary? These are two very relevant questions which should come in our mind. And to me, I am also a student. I'm not an expert, very honestly speaking. I'm just like a student like all of you, particularly students. Financial education is an art of managing our money in a most efficient manner. That is the crux of financial education. and Professor Bhaskar, we might be academically literate, but there may be gaps as far as financial education is concerned, because it is altogether a different domain. And naturally, your students can have something in mind why this program for us. We are not earners, we are not earning money, we are students only, we are getting pocket money and enjoying it. Then why this program is for us? And to your students, I want to tell, my dear friends, this program is only and only for you. And your principal, your HOD, your vice principal, and your faculty members have got vision. They are visionaries, because they feel that it is high time that you should be sensitized about the importance of managing our personal money or personal finance. That is why this program has been organized for students, and I'm very happy that a good number of faculty members and outside participants who are earners, who are already in job, who are already might be in business or in profession, has joined this program. So the question arises, why we are so interested in money? Why Rana साहब को बहुत नमस्कार. Why we are so much interested in the money? Because, my dear friends, you will appreciate that money plays a very, very important role in our life. Or rather, to be very blunt with you, there is no life without money. Because at every step, every day, we will need money to lead our life. That's the importance of money in our life. And from where money comes in our life? Of course, students say that they are not earning today. But those who are earning, your faculty members will appreciate that every individual, sooner or later, develop a source of money for him or her. He or may be in job, getting salary, their source of income. Then you might be in business, your business profit or business margin might be your source of money. Or in profession, where you get professional fees, that is source of money. So for all of us, there is a source of money, whatever we work for. And students will also start getting money, earning money very soon, down the line after 2-3 years, once they complete their courses. That is why I always make it a point to emphasize in each of my programs that students also please appreciate the importance of money in our life. Early you appreciate, better it would be. Otherwise, we will appreciate. We will realize the importance of money sooner or later. But by that time, you might have lost very precious time of your life. Then you might find it difficult, or you might even repent that I was not vigilant of managing of my money when I started earning money. So Dr. Tanya, what I want to tell all students particularly, please understand and appreciate the importance of money in our life. Early you do, better it would be. Then the next question arises that whatever money we earn, what we do with the money which we are earning. Dr. Tanya, can you tell me, you are getting salary from the college, what you do with the salary which you are getting from the college? Can you tell me by unmuting yourself?
So basically, use it for mostly for consumption purposes only, sir.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right. A majority of our income or salary or whatever you said goes into taking care of for regular expenses. And regular expenses, Dr. Tanya, has lot of hundreds of heads. Hundreds of heads are there where we spend our money which we earn. Eating, food, rental, travel, fees, everything, lot of utility bills. But Dr. Tanya, you will agree with me that we Indians have a unique DNA or a unique blood, and that is in our blood. And what is that? You might have seen your mother, you might have seen your grandmother. The uniqueness of Indian is that whatever we earn, maybe earn 10,000 or maybe even earn 10 lakhs. Every Indian sincerely try not to spend all the money. We sincerely try. Of course, sometimes it is very difficult when the family is large, when the income is not so much. But still, every Indian tries to take away some money, or rather as much money as he or she can do out of their income, which they don't spend. And Dr. Tanya, the money which we don't spend out of our income, what it is called? It is called savings. It is called savings. And you will appreciate that saving is in our blood. And particularly Indian females. I salute Dr. Tanya and her fraternity. Particularly Indian females, how they save the money is a wonder. Is a wonderful proposition for the world even. Dr. Tanya, you might have seen your mother or grandmother, they would save 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 15 rupees and put it in a kitchen box, in boxes in kitchen, or put it in their box hidden, not shown to anybody. If in the family somebody says that we need money, what your mother will simply say, wait, Baba, from where I get the money? I don't work. But when emergency arises in the family, she will give money which is unthinkable out of his boxes, out of his kitchen boxes, all this thing. Because saving is in our blood. So, my dear friends, I want to tell all of you, particularly students, that saving is in our blood. And Dr. Tanya, we should be proud of it, that Indians are still one of the best savers in the world. We top the chart as far as saving is concerned. And it is not limited to big industrialists or businessmen, even middle class person, even the lower strata families who don't earn much, they still save money. So saving is in our blood. But Dr. Tanya, my generation had committed 3 mistakes with regard to savings, which I want your students not to commit, and including Dr. Tanya. And what is that? These 3 mistakes, I am very, very clearly spelling out mistakes which my generation had done. The first mistake with regard to saving was, Dr. Tanya, we didn't start saving right from the month we started earning. In the initial stages, months, we are very casual. Let it be, let me enjoy with the money. I've started earning money. Let me enjoy with the money. Then second proposition might be, I will start saving money after 4 or 5 years. Let me first enjoy the money. Or third proposition might be, I don't have a good income. So if I save 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, what difference is going to make? All these mistakes were blunder, Dr. Tanya, on my part. What I want to emphasize here to your students particularly, and even to young faculty members, is start saving right from the first month when you start earning. And it is not significant what you save. Maybe 100 rupees, maybe 500 rupees, maybe 1000 rupees. But saving from first month of 100 rupees or 500 rupees or 1000 rupees, Dr. Tanya, is going to be lakhs of rupees down the line after 15, 20 years. So please understand the importance of starting saving right from the first month when you start earning. Second thing is, that again was a mistake on my part, or rather my generation. We were not regular in saving, Dr. Tanya. We will save this month, then forget for the next 3, 4 months. We were very casual about saving. Then after 4 months, again, we will remember, oh, Baba, we have to save. Then I started saving. Again, for 3, 4 months, it continued. Then we literally forward. That was second blunder on my part. So what I want to request your students and your young faculty members, be religiously regular in saving every month. Every month you have to save. Of course, the amount will keep changing according to the circumstances, and you will appreciate circumstances keep changing every month. But you should be regular in saving. Amount might vary, but you must save every month. And third and last thing about saving, I want to tell Dr. Tanya to your students, please keep increasing your saving with the increase in income. And Dr. Tanya, you will appreciate that every year you get increment from the college. You get some TNS allowance also, or income will keep increasing. Of course, so will be the inflation. But again, still, we should sincerely try to increase your saving every year. And a thumb rule, that is golden rule, is there. If possible, please follow that rule. And that is, Dr. Tanya, please try to increase your saving every year by 10%. Suppose this year you are saving 1,000 rupees a month. Then next year, Dr. Tanya, it should be 1,100 rupees a month. And third year, it should be 1,210 rupees. 10% incremental increase. Of course, I do appreciate it is not so easy. But at the same time, it is not impossible. That is why we should sincerely try that we should keep increasing your saving every year. And if possible, by 10% minimum. More than you can do, that is a better thing. So I again repeat 3 things about saving to your students. Start saving right from the first month. Don't waste even a single month. Start saving from the first month when you start earning. Secondly, be religiously regular in saving every month. And thirdly, keep increasing your saving with the increase in your income, and ideally speaking, if you can, minimum 10% every year. And these 3 things, if you follow in your life, my dear friends, will be a wonderful thing for you in your life. Because down the line, after 15, 20 years, you will have huge money in your hands. But you have to follow these things which we have just discussed. Now, the next question arises, Dr. Tanya, what we should do with the money which we are saving. We are saving, we will save, that commitment we have made. Then what to do with the savings? Again, my generation was at fault, Dr. Tanya. And why? Because we did save. Of course, maybe not so handsome amount, but we did save the money. But unfortunately, we kept the saving at home. Particularly Indian female members, they will keep the saving in their kitchen boxes or in some hidden boxes. So we kept the saving at home. That was again a blunder. And I keep telling in my session, Dr. Tanya, keeping savings at home is a crime. I am using very harsh word. And this crime is against yourself, against your family, and against your country as a whole. So please do save. Importance of saving need not be emphasized here. But then again, whatever you are saving, please don't keep your saving at home. Bearing or accepting some emergency fund which every family should have, 10,000, 50,000, whatever you want to have emergency fund, that you can kept in home today. But even that is not required nowadays. We are living in UPI era, we are giving in net banking era. Anything can be, we can make payment out of our banks directly. So there is no need even for keeping cash at home. Then naturally, what to do? Yes, there is a other way out. There is other option, Dr. Tanya, for you. And that is deploying your saving into one or other in product. Putting your saving into one or other product. And Dr. Tanya, putting your saving into one or other product is called investment. It is called investment. So saving is the first step, because if you don't save, what you will deploy? So saving is the first step, but then you must not stop at saving. You must deploy your saving into one or other product, and that is called investment. So we should not only be savers, my dear friends, we should also be investor. And Dr. Tanya will definitely ask me, sir, what is the purpose of investment? Why I should invest my money? Dr. Tanya, if you don't invest, your value of your money will get diminished over a period of time. Suppose you keep 10,000 rupees at home in a box in 2020, and you open your box in 2025. 10,000 will be 10,000. If you count it, it will be 10,000. But Dr. Tanya, you will agree that in 2020, whatever value it had, in 2025, it will not have that value. Because of inflation, prices of items have goods have increased. So that is why investment is very, very necessary. And what is the purpose of investment, Dr. Tanya? What is the purpose? Why I should invest? The purpose of investment is very clear and distinct. And that is, my money should also start earning money for me. One channel I am working and I am getting salary. Other channel and other sources, whatever I have saved and whatever I have invested, that my saving, that should also start earning money for me. That's the only purpose of investment. And Professor Tanya, unfortunately, in our life, particularly my generation, a day did not come. But in your life, I can assure you, and to your students, I can assure you that a day will come in your life, provided you start working on what we are discussing today. A day will come in your life when your money which you have saved and invested will start earning more money, Dr. Tanya, than your salary. It will happen. Definitely it will happen. But it is not going to happen today. It is not going to happen tomorrow, in 1 year or 2 years. It will take minimum 15 to 20 years. That is why in investment, patience or perseverance is required. You have to be patient, let your money to grow. Money will not grow in a day or two. And I tell you, if somebody promise you that your money will grow faster, he is a fraud. I am using very harsh word for them. Money can't grow so fast as we think. But of course, money will grow. Over a period of time, it will take time. That is why in investment, you will make money, but it will take time. So please give your money time to grow. That is why in investment, you can make money, but please give your time or give your time to the investment to grow. Now the next question arises, Dr. Tanya, we were not so intelligent like you, like your generation. We were not so intelligent like students or today, so smart as you are today. But we did have some sense of intelligence. We did save some money and we did also invested some money somewhere. Of course, the scenario was different. Products were very limited at that time. There were not, now plenty of products are available in the market. Investment products are available. In our time, there used to be only two typical usual investment products used to be there. You might remember, your father might tell you that one was bank FD, bank fixed deposit, and other was life insurance cover, LIC policy. Unfortunately, Dr. Tanya, both are not investments. Please do understand what I am saying. Unfortunately, both were not investment, but products were not available, or rather didn't have sense of making money out of our money. That is why, despite our sincere efforts of saving and investment, Dr. Tanya, we could simply accumulate the money. We couldn't make money out of our money. Please see the difference what I am saying. We could accumulate money, but we couldn't make money out of our money. What is the difference? I just give a very small example. And for that, Dr. Tanya, I want your permission. I want to take your name and to give an example to your students. Are you comfortable?
No issue, sir.
Thank you. Very simple example I want to give you. Suppose Dr. Tanya has got 1 lakh rupees with her. Of course, she might get angry, sir. Why you are telling only 1 lakh rupees? I have much more than that. But just for example's sake, I am saying that you are having 1 lakh rupees with you, and you go with a bank FD, fixed deposit, for 1 year with a good bank, and bank promises to give you 6% interest on annual basis. After 1 year, when I meet you and just ask you, ma'am, what happened to your bank FD which you had done last year? What answer you will give? Oh, sir, bank has given me 6,000 rupees as interest and has given back my money, and you are happy. We used to be like this only. We used to be very happy. Oh, I have earned 6,000 rupees as interest. But Dr. Tanya, you are not right. And this proposition I want to convey to all your students as well. Why you are not right? Don't take it easy. Just for example's sake, I am saying. Why you are not right? You are absolutely right that you say that you got 6,000 rupees as interest on your bank FD of 1 lakh for 1 year. But Dr. Tanya, one thing kept happening every day during 1 year. And what about that? That is inflation. Inflation also keep going every day. And what is inflation, my dear friends? Inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Am I right, ma'am? Inflation is nothing but increase in the prices of goods, item or services over a period of time. Suppose during this 1 year when you had got 1 lakh FD, inflation rate was 5%. Suppose, what does it mean, Dr. Tanya? Last year, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees, had you not gone for the FD, last year, whatever you could have purchased from 1 lakh rupees, you tell me, would you be able to purchase same item, same goods, same services after 1 year at 1 lakh rupees? Will it be possible? We all know it will not be possible. Because of inflation, prices of those items have increased. Suppose the inflation rate had been 5%, what does it mean? It simply means that whatever you could have purchased last year at 1 lakh rupees, for the same goods and same items, you will need to pay not 1 lakh rupees, but 1 lakh 5,000 rupees. Am I right, ma'am? Now you see, you were very happy when you got 6,000 rupees, but in reality, Dr. Tanya, out of 6,000, 5,000 had been eaten by the inflation. This normally we don't take into account. We always feel happy whatever we get. But in reality, please understand, most of the investment return is eaten by the inflation. Mind it. So your eyes and ears should be open all the time. That whatever you earn is not your real return. A majority of your return is normally eaten by the inflation. So now what the proposition here is? Out of 6,000, Dr. Tanya, 5,000 had been eaten by the inflation. Am I right? But you are still happy. No, sir, okay, let it be. Let the 5,000 be eaten by the inflation. I still have got 1,000 rupees remaining with me out of 6,000. Right, absolutely. But then again, there is another proposition, Dr. Tanya. On most of the return on investment, government take income tax or capital gain. There are very few governmental schemes, 1 or 2 or 3 max, where government doesn't take income tax or capital gain, or rather they are exempt of tax. That I will also mention afterwards. But Dr. Tanya, as far as FD is concerned, government income tax rules are very clear. 6,000 will be treated as your income. Total 6,000 will be treated as your income, and you will need to pay income tax as per your slab on 6,000. Suppose you are in 20% income tax bracket. So on 6,000, you will need to pay 20% income tax. What did become, Dr. Sangma? 20% of 6,000, 1,200 rupees. 1,200 rupees. Now you see the proposition. Out of 6,000, 5,000 has been eaten by the inflation, and 1,200 rupees you will need to pay to the government as income tax. What you got in reality, Dr. Sangma? Nothing. Rather, you have lost 200 rupees. Rather, you have lost that we don't appreciate most of the time. And that is why I want to emphasize here to you, your faculty members, and to your students, that 6,000 was your notional income only. And in this scenario, Dr. Sangma, there was no real return, rather a loss of 200 rupees. So in reality, we got nothing. We earn nothing rather. I take this example forward. Suppose the bank rate interest is 8%, Dr. Sangma. Suppose, then you will get 8,000 rupees on 1 lakh FD of 1 year. Again, if we keep the inflation at 5%, out of 8,000, 5,000 will be eaten by the inflation. Again, 20% of 8,000 will be go as income tax. Then 1,600 you will need to pay as income tax. But even after that, there remains 1,400. 8,000 minus 5,000 minus 1,600. And Dr. Sangma, in the second scenario, there is a real return of 1,400 rupees. In the first scenario, there was no real return, rather loss of 200 rupees. In the second scenario, there is a real return of 1,400. And that is why I want to emphasize here, unless and until you earn some real return on your investment, the purpose of investment will not be served at all. So out of this, a formula of real return emerges. And what is that? Student may please note down if they wish to. Real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability, if any. I again repeat, real return equal to notional return minus inflation minus tax liability, if any. And my dear friends, your all efforts should be on earning some real return on your investments. Because that real return, Dr. Sangma, is going to create wealth for you. And that will contribute to your prosperity. So what I want to mention here is, we should sincerely try that we should earn some real return on majority of our investment. And why we couldn't make some real return on investment, Dr. Sangma? You ask your father, you ask your mother, you ask your elder person, why we were not able to earn real return on investment? My answer is very simple but very emphatic. My generation was very, very clear, or rather emphatic. Baba, we want security in investment. Where there is no security, we will not invest. My generation funda was very clear. We will invest only where 100% security is there. And 100% security simply means, what does it simply mean? It simply means that my money or my investment is 100% secure. I can't compromise on the security of the investment. But that, Dr. Sangma, we were wrong. I want to emphasize here, we were wrong. Our thinking was not wise. Why? Because if we focus only on security, then Dr. Sangma, please forget about the return. Please forget about the return. Then you should be satisfied with the most reasonable return, or rather no return at all in real sense. So if you want to earn some real return on investment, you have to take risk, because in majority of the investment product, Dr. Sangma, except governmental scheme, some governmental scheme I will mention here also, except some governmental scheme, risk factor is there, risk element is there. In some products, risk may be very low. In some products, risk may be relatively high. In some products, risk may be very, very high. So please understand that in investment, risk is there. And if risk is there, and if you take risk, then there is a probability of getting higher real return. Dr. Sangma, what word I am using here is probability only, no guarantee at all. If somebody tells you that you will get high, you invest in high risk product and you will get high return, the statement is not correct. What I want to emphasize here that if you take risk, then there is a possibility, there is a probability that you might get higher return. So you have to take a risk to get higher return, but then you should take only calculated risk. not blind risk. And there is a difference between calculated risk and blind risk, Dr. Sangma. Calculated risk simply means how much risk I can take as far as my money is concerned. That is calculated risk. Where I am investing, what is the level of risk in that product? Whether that risk I can take, that is calculated risk. And what is blind risk, Dr. Sangma? I am investing without knowing anything. I am investing on the advice of so-called experts, on so-called friends, relations. Mostly people do like that only. Suppose one of your friend is investing somewhere and you say, "Oh, Baba, he's earning good profit in investment." You will also start investing in that. That is wrong proposition. Never, never, never follow others as far as your investment decisions are concerned. Why? Because Dr. Sangma, your risk-taking capacity, your risk appetite is different than your other friends and colleagues or your relations. So you should take all your investment decision strictly as per your risk appetite. And Dr. Sangma, the risk appetite of every individual is different. Yours is different. Your sister or brother is different. Your friend's risk appetite is different. Why? Our income is different. Our age is different. And our family obligations are different. That is why I keep saying in my session, please take your investment decision strictly as per your risk appetite and never, never follow others while taking your investment decision. Take your own risk appetite. And Dr. Sangma, those who are young like you and your students, I want to tell them, please do take risk. Because you are very lucky that you are young. Why I am telling you, Dr. Sangma? Because you have got 30, 40 years to go. But that luxury I don't have now. That luxury your father or mother might not have now. Because of that is why in investment decisions, age is very, very important factor. And those who are young should think of taking calculated risk. But those who are above 60 should never think of taking any risk in investment. Because their focus should now be on 100% security of the money which they have accumulated over a period of time. But your priority, Dr. Sangma, at this age is to earn maximum real return over a period of time on your investment. So priority will keep changing with the age. Those who are young, their priority should be that they should earn maximum real return on investment. But those who are 60 and above, Dr. Ranjit Kumar Dey, sir, they should think only of security of the money which they have accumulated over a period of time. That is why I want to tell all of you, those who are young, they are very lucky. But again, I emphasize here, Dr. Sangma, you should take investment decision as per your risk appetite, as per your risk-taking capacity. Now, one more thing I want to tell all of you. How we can ensure that we will have money when we will need the money in life. And Dr. Sangma, you will agree that you will need huge money in your life for bigger things in your life. That we can technically also call milestones in your life. And normally, Dr. Sangma, what are the normal milestones in middle class, salary class life? What are the normal milestones where we will be needing huge money? The first milestone, Dr. Sangma, you will agree with me, is the marriage, where we will need huge money. Then second one is purchase or construction of house for the family. That is again a very major milestone. Every family wants to have their own house, again for huge money. Then purchase of four-wheeler, not big thing nowadays, but again, you will need money. And after that, Dr. Sangma, a new phenomena is prevalent nowadays in the young generation, which was not in our time. Dr. Roy, they will agree with me. Now, every young person like Dr. Sangma wish to travel on vacation. Every family wants to go on vacation, not only domestic vacation, but also international vacation. But that, Dr. Sangma, you will need money, rather huge money. After that, a very big milestone will be coming in your life, Dr. Sangma. Very big and very important milestone. What is that, Dr. Sangma? Higher education and professional education of children. Every parent, every parent wants whatever they could not do, their children should do. They should get the best higher education and professional education. But Dr. Sangma, for that you will need huge money. After that, once their education is children, kids' educations are over, in Indian context, marriage of the children, again you will need money. And lastly, for your retirement life also, you will need huge money. I don't know whether your college is a government college or private college. Is it a government college or private college?
Sir, it is a deficit college, sir. A deficit
It is
college.
a okay. So, malab, you do have pension? You do have pension or not?
No, sir, we don't have pensions.
That's why I am telling you. Those who don't have pension, they will need, Dr. Fangwa, huge money for their retirement life also. Because typically what happens, suppose you get retired in your college after 30 years or 25 years, there will be a big farewell party. Everybody will praise your services. They will take you to your home, and the matter ends. Next month, salary will not be credited in your account. But then, Dr. Sangma, your expenses will remain as it is. So from where the money will come for living retirement life? And one thing, Dr. Sangma, I want to tell you, might not be aware. In 1947, when India got independence, the average age of India was 47 years only, Dr. Ray, you will remember. But now it has risen to 71 years. What does it mean, Dr. Sangma? That even after retirement, you will be living for next 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. But from where the money will come for retirement life? Because salary will not be credited in your account. So normally what you should start doing, I am very sincere about you, rather not you, but all your faculty members, is start developing huge retirement corpus. Develop a huge retirement fund to lead a comfortable life after retirement. So, Dr. Sangma, I will tell you one thing to do something on next Sunday. Will you do it? And not to you, but all your faculty members, I want to tell you. And to your students, I want to say, please understand what I am saying. Will you do a small thing, Dr. Sangma, next Sunday?
Yes, sir, yes.
No. Next Sunday, sit with your family. Take a white paper. And on the paper, make 3 columns. First column, second column, and third column. In the first column, you just jot down what are the milestones in your life, from marriage to retirement life. And if you want to add whatever we have discussed, if beyond that you want to add something, you are welcome, you can add. So in the first column, you just jot down what are the milestones in your life. In the second column, Dr. Sangma, now against each milestone, you please indicate a time when it is likely to happen. Suppose somebody is unmarried and he says that I am likely to be married after 2 years. So put it 2 years against marriage. Likewise, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, retirement, 30 year. You start and that is indicative only, Dr. Sangma. Precisely, if it is not possible, just a broad estimate. And in the third column now, Dr. Sangma, now start putting the money which you will need for each milestone. And 2 very major milestones I want to tell you. And Dr. Sangma, tell me, a good MBA 2-year regular course from a reputed management institute today, what it will cost? Around 20 lakhs? Around 20 lakhs? Am I right? Broadly around 20 lakhs from a good MBA degree from a reputed management institute today. But Dr. Sangma, when your children will go for higher education for MBA degree after 25 years, you might not have thought the MBA degree which is costing today at 20 lakhs will cost not less than 2 crore rupees per child because of inflation. Normally, we don't think. What we say? Arey Baba, everybody has got his own luck. Whatever luck children have got, they will go there. It is not luck, ma'am. It is your work only. It is your effort. Please mind it. There is no luck. Only your effort will pay. So 2 crore rupees per child higher education. And per chance you have got 2 children. So 4 crore only for the higher education of the children. Now, one thing more I want to tell you, Dr. Sangma. Suppose, of course, I should be restrained in mentioning the age of a lady, Indian female members. It is very dangerous to mention age. But just for example's sake, suppose you are 20. Again, for example's sake only, and you say that I am managing my monthly expenses with 30,000 today. Normal middle class I am talking about. Dr. Sangma, after 30 years, when you will be at the verge of retirement, you might have not thought the monthly expenses today are 30,000. After 30 years, it will be not less than 2 lakh rupees per month because of inflation. So 2 lakhs simply means 24, 25 lakhs in a year. And the most dangerous thing will be that you will not be getting salary. You have retired. So from where 25 lakhs will come? That is why I always emphasize that those who don't have pension should start developing huge retirement fund right from today. Every month you should contribute some to your retirement fund. And how much it should be? A thumb rule I am sharing with all of you. And thumb rule, Dr. Sangma, is your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses at the time of retirement. I again repeat, your retirement fund should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses at the time of retirement. And Dr. Sangma, we have just calculated your annual expenses in the first year itself will be around 25 lakhs. Multiplied by 20, what it becomes? 25 lakhs multiplied by 120, what it becomes, ma'am? 5 crore. 5 crore. 25 lakhs multiplied by 20 means 5 crore. So you see, I think you get scary, and I want you to be scary. 5 crore for retirement life, 4 crore for higher education of children, and other things apart, it will be not less than 10 to 12 crore rupees for a normal middle class, salary class person. And Dr. Sangma, from where you will get 10 to 12 crore rupees? Dr. Tanya was telling me before the session, sir, I will manage it. How? I am going to Amitabh Bachchan show KBC this time, and I will get the first prize of 7 crore rupees, and my things are done. Maybe that may be done for you, but what about lakhs and crores of others? No, all can't go to Amitabh Bachchan KBC show. All can't get money like this in a 1 day or 2 day. That is why. But Dr. Tanya, now I want to emphasize here, you also can have 10 to 12 crore rupees in your life. I am giving you confidence. I am saying with confidence that you can have 10 to 12 crore rupees in your life, provided, Dr. Tanya, provided you start working in your saving right from today, saving and investment. And the chart which we have just prepared, Dr. Sangma, first column, second column, and third column, it is called financial plan. It is called financial plan. And I will request all of you, particularly young faculty members, please do develop your financial plan as early as you can. And for your students, I want to tell them, they should develop their financial plan in the first 6 months when they start earning. So what I want to tell you, financial plan is very, very important. Why it is important, Dr. Sangma? Because through financial plan, a broad picture of your financial goals is clear. How much money you will get, you will need at what time and for what purpose, broadly it is defined now. And that is setting up of your financial goals. And my dear friends, psychologists say that those who have defined their goals clearly will naturally work hard. So now you have defined your goals. How much money you will need for purchase of house, how much money you will need for vacation, how much money you will need for higher education of children, how much money you will need for your for marriage of children, and how much money you will need for your retirement life. So the picture is clear. You will definitely work hard. That is why please put in place your financial plan. And Dr. Sangma, making financial plan is not a rocket science. It is not a tough job, very simple job. Sit with your family, discuss with them, make chalk out your financial plan, and only chalking out will not do the purpose, sir. It will not serve the purpose unless and until you start working on it. So you will have to work for it. And rather, I tell in my session jokingly, Dr. Sangma, once your financial plan you make, frame it and put it in your drawing room. Every morning when you woke up in the morning, go to the Christ, go to the God, say God hello, and then after that go to the financial plan and say how much I want to do, how much I have done. Every 6 months, every year, you should review your financial plan. That is very, very important. That is why the significance of financial plan in investment in your life. Please do make your financial plan. And last thing about the investment I want to tell you, Dr. Sangma, and that is eighth wonder of the world, and that is power of compounding. Power of compounding is eighth wonder of the world. Please understand what I am saying. And power of compounding, Dr. Sangma, is nothing but you will have to make a promise with yourself. You will have to make a promise with yourself. And what is that? Whenever Dr. Sangma will earn return on investment. And Dr. Sangma, when you will save and you will invest, definitely you will earn return. May not be today. After 1 year, after 2 years, we will start earning return on it. Whenever I earn a return on my investment, and Dr. Sangma, return might be 500 rupees, return might be 5,000 rupees, return might be 5 lakhs rupees even. I will never consume that return. What I will simply do, I will keep reinvesting it whenever I get it. And this I will do not once, not twice, but regularly for next 10, 15, 20 years. So power of compounding is the strongest tool of investment success. And I again repeat, power of compounding, Dr. Sangma, is not easy. It is very tough because suppose Dr. Tanya start saving and investing the money after 5 years. Suppose you get 5 lakh return on a good investment. What is your commitment? I will reinvest it for another term. But then your whole family will be behind you. I forget about your about reinvesting it. You have earned 5 lakhs rupees. You will go to Switzerland for a good vacation. That is there. Family expectations are different, and that is very natural. But you have to be very committed and very clear at that juncture, Dr. Sangma. No, this 5 lakh rupees will be reinvested. We will go to Switzerland. For that, we will make extra effort. But this 5 lakh rupees will be reinvested. And if you do, and Dr. Sangma, there is no option. You will have to do it. If you want to get good money or good return on investment over a period of time, you will have to religiously follow power of compounding in your investment philosophy. So please do follow power of compounding in your investment metrics. I don't know whether And Dr. Sangma might say, "Arey sir, you have taken almost 1 hour of hours for these very small things." But what I feel, Dr. Sangma, these are the fundamentals of investment success. And unless and until we understand the importance of these fundamentals, we might not be successful in investment. That is why I took literally 1 hour explaining to you the basics of investment. Now, last 15 minutes, we will discuss where to invest. Because Dr. Tanya is more interested, sir, you tell me where to invest. I am more interested in where to invest. Of course, you will be interested. Not only you, your all faculty members will be more interested to know where to invest. But your students might not be interested at this point because they are not earning money. But they should also understand what I am saying now. There are plenty of investment products available in the market, Dr. Tanya, for you nowadays. The first category of product is governmental small saving scheme. Government of India has started some good small saving scheme for the middle class, salary class person. And the first and the best scheme I perceive, Dr. Tanya, and I don't know whether you have opened that account in that scheme, and if you have not, you have missed something. And not only you, you're all young faculty members. If you have not opened the account in this scheme, please do open it as early as possible. And the name of the scheme is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. Mr. Sabjar, keep writing in the chat box. Public Provident Fund, PPF. It is a Government of India scheme. Account of PPF can be opened with the post office or bank. The tenure of the scheme is 15 years. Every year you will have to deposit 1.50 lakhs maximum in this account. And one more thing I want to tell Dr. Sangma, deposit 1.50 lakhs every year at the beginning of the financial year itself. That is between 1st April to 5th April. Try to accumulate the money before in March or earlier months. When April comes every year, when April comes on the 1st or 2nd April, deposit 1.50 lakhs every month religiously. And after 15 years, please don't close the account. There is a provision that you can extend the PPF account beyond 15 years for a period of 5 years, again for 5 years, again for 5 years. I just give you an example. Suppose, again, sorry, I am taking your age for example sake only. Suppose your age is 30 and you open a PPF account and every year you are depositing 1.50 lakhs at the beginning of the financial year. After 15 years, Dr. Sangma, when you become 45, and the rate of interest is 7.10% today. According to that calculation, at the age of 45, you will have a corpus of 44 lakhs under PPF account. 44 lakhs. But then you are wise enough, you are smart enough, you are not closing the account at the age of 45. You extend this account for the 5 years and continue to deposit 1.50 lakhs every year. At the age of 50, again you extend the PPF account for 5 years. Again at the age of 55 years, you extend it for another term of 5 years and you continue depositing 1.50 lakhs. At the age of 60, when you become 60, Dr. Sangma, you will have a corpus of 1 crore 72 lakhs. In the first 15 years, it was only 44 lakhs. In the next 15 years, it became 1.72 crore. How? Interest on interest, compounding effect. That is power of compounding. Every year you are getting your interest compounded, you become principal, added to it, and then you get interest on it. So PPF is a very good account. And one more uniqueness of that, Dr. Sangma, is it is tax exempt. You need not pay any tax. It is tax exempt. What? So 1.72 crore at the age of 60 will be, you will not pay a single penny tax. It is very unique scheme of the Government of India. So I will request all your faculty members, particularly those who are young, please do open a PPF account. And Dr. Sangma, if you can PPF account in your spouse name also. You can have, every individual can have PPF account, and it can be opened in any of the banks. And PPF is open to all citizens, whether you are in job, whether you are in a business, whether you are in a profession, anybody can open the PPF account. So please do consider opening a PPF account. And I feel personally every middle class person should have a PPF account. Second scheme is, now I don't have time, so I will just mention the name of the scheme. National Saving Certificate, NSC. National Saving Certificate. You get the details from the website of the post office. Third one is Kisan Vikas Patra. Kisan Vikas Patra. Fourth one is RBI bonds. Reserve banks also keep issuing bonds to public, and the present rate of interest, Dr. Sangma, is around 7.8 or 7.90% every year. Then fifth is government securities. Government also keep taking loan from you by sale of their securities. Earlier, it was not so easy for all of us to invest, but last 2 years, RBI has opened a dedicated website for it. And the name of the website, RBI website, is RBI Retail Direct. Chat box also it has been written. RBI Retail Direct. It is a website where you can visit, enroll yourself, register yourself by giving some information, whatever they want, and then you can start investing smaller amount in government securities. And the return is almost 8%. Then banks and post offices have also got lot of savings scheme. Please visit the website of banks and post offices. Particularly post offices, they have got a very good savings scheme as well, where you can invest. All these are governmental small savings scheme, Dr. Sangma. The plus point is that there is no risk at all. Risk is zero. Whatever government promises you, government will give you interest or return, and when the scheme matures, you will get the maturity amount. So no risk at all. But Dr. Sangma, when there is 100% security, the returns are most reasonable. Mind it. The returns are most reasonable. So in government scheme, you will get 100% security. But then please be satisfied with the most reasonable return. And I personally feel that a middle class person like you and me should have around 20 to 30% of their total investment in government securities, in government schemes, which we have just discussed. After that, there are other options available for you. And the second category is real estate and property. You can invest in real estate and property. And you all know people are investing in real estate and property. And still 44% of the total savings of Indian household goes into real estate. So that is an option for you. You know how to invest. I'm not an expert on that, but that category is available to you. And thirdly, third category, Dr. Tanya, and I know you will smile when I start talking on that, that is gold. And when I start talking about the gold, particularly female participants, you can see their faces. Hey, Baba, what to talk about gold? Why we are talking about the gold? We should have as much gold as possible. This is the mindset of Indian female members, and not today, for generations together. And Dr. Tanya, you have been investing in gold by purchasing of jewelry. Mostly. But I want to tell all of you, please do understand what I want to tell you. Purchasing of gold jewelry, Dr. Tanya, is a losing proposition. Rather, I will discourage you not to purchase gold jewelry now. Why? Suppose you purchase a 10 lakh gold jewelry today. Suppose. After 10 years, you go to the back to the jeweler and say that I want new design, I want new gold jewelry. So I want to get new jewelry. Please take it your old jewelry and give it me new jewelry. What he will say? Yes, ma'am. I will exchange it, but then there will be cut of 35 to 40% making charges. There will be cut of 30 to 40% making charges. So mind it. It is a losing proposition. So I will encourage your female participants here today, discourage yourself to invest in gold jewelry. But now government has come out with a very good scheme of the gold. Please mind it. Very good scheme of the government for all citizens of the country. And the name of the scheme, Dr. Tanya, is Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Very good scheme of the government of India. Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme. Firstly, it is a government scheme. It is not a private scheme. Now, government wants that we should desist ourselves from purchase of gold jewelry. Physical gold we should avoid. And this is basically a digital gold scheme. And the account of sovereign gold bond can be opened with majority of the bank branches in the country. It can be opened online and offline. And if you open the account online, Dr. Sangma, you will get some special discount as well. The tenure of the scheme is 8 years. You will have to invest for 8 years. And government is giving you 3 benefits. Number 1 benefit. Whatever amount you invest in this scheme, you will get 2.5% annual interest. Suppose you invest 1 lakh rupees. Then every year for the next 8 years, you will get 2,500 rupees as interest on your investment. Second benefit, suppose today, Dr. Sangma, the gold price is 7,000 rupees per gram when you invest the money. After 8 years, the gold price goes to 8,500 rupees. And Dr. Sangma, you will appreciate, last 40 years, gold prices has not gone down. It has been increasing over a period of time. Some temporary period might be it might have come down, but it is going up. Suppose after 8 years, the gold price goes to 8,500 per gram, then Dr. Sangma, government will give you return will return your money at the rate of 8,500 rupees per gram. So whatever amount, whatever appreciation in the gold price is there, that will also be given back to you. And thirdly, there is a indexation benefit is there in this scheme which government has allowed, where that your tax liability will be much, much lower. And I give you an example, Dr. Sangma. This scheme was started in November 2015 for the first time. November 2015. And this scheme completed 8 years on November 2023. A person who had invested 1 lakh rupees on November 2015 got 2,28,000 in November 2028. You see the return of 1,28,000, and that too in the government scheme. That is why I keep telling in my session, particularly female participants, please do invest in digital gold now. The time has come that you should avoid investing in physical gold. Lastly, where you can invest is that is in securities market, share market. And Dr. Sangma has told me before the start of the session, sir, don't talk much about the security market. It is sheer speculation. People do have a notion that share market is nothing but speculation. But I want to tell all of you, my dear friends, share market is not only speculation. Of course, speculation element is also there in it. But Dr. Sangma, share market is purely knowledge-based market. And those who don't have knowledge of the share market should not invest in the share market directly. That I am also very clear. I was in SEBI for 20 years. And even after that, now I am very clear. Those who don't, I again repeat, those who don't have knowledge of the share market, please don't invest in security market directly. But there is an indirect way of investing in security market, Dr. Sangma, and that is called mutual fund. Mutual fund is indirect way of investing. It is not direct investing. You are not directly investing. You are giving your money to experts. You are giving your money to the experts, and then expert will invest your money according to their expertise and the rules of the scheme. Naturally, Dr. Sangma will ask me, sir, why I should give my money to the experts or fund managers? Dr. Sangma, because of three reasons. Number one, you don't have knowledge of the market, but they are the experts of the market. Number two, you don't have time. You have got full-time job, then family to look after. But those experts have 24 hours to manage your money. Number three, you don't have experience of investing, but they people have experience of 20, 25 years of managing money. Because of three reasons, I know those normally who don't have knowledge of the market should normally give their money to the mutual. And in mutual fund, first one thing I want to tell you, one more thing I want to tell you, Dr. Sangma, mutual fund is a strongly regulated product of SEBI. It is not a Ponzi scheme. It is not a cheat fund. It is not a committee. It is a product strictly regulated by SEBI. Every aspect of mutual fund investment is regulated by SEBI. That is why I want to tell all of you, mutual fund is a regulated product, just like insurance, just like bank deposits. Mutual fund is a regular, but since your money will be invested into the security market in majority of the scheme, not in all, but in majority of the scheme, and you will appreciate in security market, prices go up and down. Volatility is there, and that is the beauty of the security market. Sometimes prices go up, sometimes prices go down. So what I want to tell you is that in mutual fund, risk is there because your money is invested in security market. But it is being managed and regulated by SEBI. And one thing I want to tell you, in mutual fund, Dr. Sangma, in mutual fund, there are hundreds of schemes as per your risk appetite. Suppose you have got high risk appetite, then equity funds are available for you. Suppose somebody doesn't have that level of high risk which you have, then hybrid funds are available for you. And for person like me who don't have risk appetite at all, then debt funds are available. So as per risk appetite of individuals in mutual fund, schemes are available. Likewise, Dr. Sangma, as per your time horizon of investment, mutual fund schemes are available. Suppose you want to invest even for one night. You invest today night and withdraw tomorrow morning. In mutual fund, there is a scheme available named funds. Only for one night you can invest. Then in mutual fund, you can invest for a very short period of 1 week, 1 month, 3 months. Very short period of investment. That is called liquid fund. Then you can invest for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Then ultra short-term debt funds are there. Then you can invest for 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year, 20 years. That good lot of equity funds and debt funds and hybrid funds are available. So in mutual fund, my dear friends, schemes are available as per your risk appetite. In mutual fund, schemes are available as per your time horizon of investment. So you have to select the best scheme. And the beauty of that you select the best scheme as per your wisdom. And how you select the scheme, how you know about what the mutual fund is. I just give you the name of a website. Please note it down. All please note it down, the name of the website. And that the name of the website is Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. Mr. Sabjar, please write on the chat box also. Mutual fund, he has written on the chat box also. Mutual Fund Sahi Hai. This is the name of the website which Amfi had developed. And here every information about the mutual fund, what is mutual fund, what are the different categories of schemes, what are the risk appetite, how to invest, and everything is available in this website. Please give your time to go to visit the website. Give your time. And ultimately, Dr. Sangma, it is your money. So before investing, you must know very exhaustively what the mutual fund is. And in this website, every information, every data is authentic. No hearsay. 100% authentic information is available on the website because it is developed by the Amfi. Devote your time, take 1 month, 2 months to understand the basic concept of mutual funds. After that, if you find it okay, then you can think of investing. And the best way of investing through mutual fund for middle class, salary class person, Dr. Sangma, like you, it is called SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. SIP, Systematic Investment Plan. And my dear friends, SIP is nothing, Dr. Sangma. It is just like a recurring account. Systematic investment plan. And SIP is nothing but just like a recurring account which you might have opened with the banks and post offices, where every month you are depositing some money. The minimum amount of SIP, Dr. Sangma, is 500 rupees only. And maximum, there is no limit. And you can open SIP in all the scheme of the mutual fund. All the schemes. And for students, the minimum amount of SIP is even 100 rupees. Only 100 rupees you can start an SIP out of your pocket money. And everything you can do on the online only. No, you need not to visit any. You need not to go to physically to any office of the mutual fund company. Online, everything is available nowadays. So you can start an SIP online by completing the formalities. And if you are a first-time investor in security market, including mutual fund, you will have to first complete eKYC. Just like when you go to the bank, KYC norms are there. Likewise, in mutual fund also, or in security market also, you have to complete eKYC once. And once KYC done, you can start investing in lot of schemes of the mutual fund. And since most of us in India, those who are salary class person like Dr. Tanya Hangma, you get salary on monthly basis normally. That is why most of the people start SIP on monthly basis. That is, every month they invest some money. And Dr. Sangma, more time you invest, higher will be the accumulation over a period of time. I just give you an example. Suppose, Dr. Sangma, you at the age of 20 started an SIP in equity fund, a good equity fund of 500 rupees only 500 rupees. So every month you are investing 500 rupees, and every month once you invest the money, in the beginning you get the information how much units have been allotted to you. Units get accumulated over a period of time. Every month you are investing 500 rupees only, and you continue for 40 years, very long period, Dr. Sangma. But every month 500 rupees only, and I presuming return of 12% only. I am no right, sir. Better to withdraw SIP money after minimum 10-15 years, if need be. If need be, I am underlying the word if need be. Otherwise, continue it for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Or you can withdraw part of the money. Suppose after 10 years, you have accumulated 10 lakhs rupees and you need 2 lakhs rupees only for some need. You can withdraw 2 lakh rupees, not all, but you can withdraw only 2 lakh rupees. So suppose, Dr. Sangma, 500 rupees every month you are investing in a good equity fund for 40 years. After 40 years, you will have a corpus of 47 lakhs. 47 lakhs of eve of only 500 rupees. But Dr. Sangma, you are relatively very wise and smarter. What you do, you are not investing 500 rupees every year. Every year you are increasing the amount of SIP. Every year. Suppose you started with 500 rupees. Next year you increase it from 500 to 550. 10% increase. Then again, third year, 10% you add of the 550. So every year you are increasing 10% amount of SIP. After 40 years, Dr. Sangma, you will have a corpus of 1 crore 92 lakhs. Flat SIP will give you literally 47 lakhs. But if you increase the amount of SIP every year by 10%, that is called step-up SIP or top-up SIP. Step-up SIP or top-up SIP, the amount would be around 1.92 crores. That is why I want to tell you, my dear friends, SIP is a magic for middle class, salary class person. And Dr. Sangma, I know a lot of friends like you who have started not one SIP, but 5, 6 SIPs. And every SIP is target oriented. One SIP for purchase of house, one SIP for going on vacation, third SIP for higher education of children, fourth SIP for marriage of children, and last SIP for your retirement life. So you can start, you can continue with more than one SIP. If your money or your comfort, you are comfortable, you can have more than one SIP. So mutual fund is a very long subject. Next time, if you are interested, we will have a dedicated session on mutual fund for 2 hours, where I will explain you all the details of the mutual funds, other schemes, categories, all these things, risk appetite, riskometer. So I again emphasize here, Dr. Sangma, for all middle class, salary class person, they should have minimum two things. One is open a PPF account as early as you can and continue with the PPF account for the longer period as you can. And secondly, start SIP of the good amount and continue with the SIP for minimum 15, 20 years. And if you can, open more than one SIP. Last 2 things I want to tell you before I end my session. Dr. Sangma, never invest your hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. They are fraud. They will promise you doubling your money in 4 years or 5 years, but they will never do it. They will simply vanish with your money. That is why, please, you are a professor in the college. Please educate people as much as you can. That money doesn't make money in a shorter period. Money do make money, but it takes time. So don't be gullible. Don't be greedy in making money in a very short period. Never invest your hard-earned money in Ponzi scheme and chit fund and committees. And if the people don't have knowledge about the investment, no problem. They should put your money in banks and post offices. At least their money will be safe. At least they will not lose your money in Ponzi scheme, chit fund and committees. And last thing, Dr. Sangma, I want to tell all your participants, prosperity is your right, Dr. Sangma. Every individual has got right to be prosper. And my definition of prosperity is very simple, Dr. Sangma. I should have money for my needs. I should have money for my comfort. I should have money for my family obligations. I should have money to give best education to my family, to my kids. I should have money to give best comfortable life to my family. And I should have money for my family obligations. And I should have money for my retirement. And my dear friends, we all have right to be prosper. But my dear friends, Dr. Sangma, prosperity is not your luck. Unfortunately, we Indians do believe on luck too much. But my opinion is very different. Prosperity is not your luck. Dr. Sangma, prosperity is your effort. So don't be dependent on luck. Make efforts. Make efforts for your prosperity. That is through your saving and investment. And if you do effort, make effort, I can promise you down the line, after 25 years, students will not remember my name. But if they remember my words, they will be prosper provided they start working on their prosperity right from the month when they start earning. And one more thing I want to tell, who might think, of course wrong, but he might think that they are not from rich family or they are from poor families. And to them, I want to tell very bluntly, my dear friends, birth in a poor family is not a curse at all. Dr. Sangma, birth in a poor family is not a curse at all. But living as poor and die as poor is a curse. And we can all we can all attain prosperity by making sincere efforts for that. And that we must do. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. That was a very engaging and informative session. I believe the participants had gained a very good knowledge about these finances and also the investments. And I think we will have an interactive session now. Sir Ahmed, how much time do we have?
Dear ma'am, please ask 4 to 5 questions, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
4 to 5 questions. Okay, sir. So now
you have 5.
Sorry, sir.
Ma'am, 5 questions, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
5 questions. I think there are some questions on the chat box as well. And I now request Sir Alpha Abani CH Marab, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Mendipathar College, to kindly preside over the interaction session.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this opportunity. I would also like to thank Dr. Surya for giving such a very informative session. I know mutual fund is a very vast topic, but in such a short time, sir has covered a lot of topic. I hope the participants has gained a lot from it. There are few questions in the chat box. I would like to read out a few. Like there is a question. What is the difference between bond and debenture, sir?
Yes, my dear. Basically, bond and debentures are the loan which companies or entities get from the public. Bonds and debentures broadly are one and same thing. Broadly, there is no asset difference. These are basically loans which company raised from the public. And since it is a loan, fixed amount of interest is paid by the company to the bondholders and debenture holders. And the tenure of the bonds and debentures are also fixed. So it is basically a proposition where through which company raised money from the public as loan, and they repay the loan with interest.
I hope the participant has got the right answer from the sir. And there is one more question, sir, from Assistant Professor Mr. R.K. Day, that what is the right way to withdraw from SIP?
I've already told in my session, Dr. Day, the best way is to accumulate money for over a period of time initially for the 10 years, 15 years. If you don't have need, if you don't need the money, then please don't withdraw the money at least for the next 10 years, 15 years. But if you do have some need of money, then you can withdraw the minimum amount of need, minimum amount of money, not all the money. Because if you give more time your money to grow, it will start compounding over a period of time. So please give your money to grow. Don't withdraw the money unless and until required.
I hope Sir Arpide has also given got the answer. I hope all the participants has clearly understood or got the information from Sir. But personally, Sir, I'm also having one question. Like regarding these days, there is lots of apps and security bond investment apps, etc. That is available in the market. Now, people invest a lot in such Ponzi schemes and get loss of their money. So I would like to get clarification from you. Like there are lots of apps other than from the banking and insurance app. How do we properly identify that those apps are not Ponzi scheme or cheat fund or fraud apps?
My dear friends, I want to tell you clearly, not to you, but all the participants, please do verify the authenticity of the web or of the app, whether it has been developed by an entity which is registered with SEBI. Mind it. The main criteria is whether the entity is registered with SEBI. Just like Grow, I just give you an example, ET Money, Grow, they are registered with SEBI as mutual fund distributor. So those who are not registered with SEBI, you should avoid, or not only SEBI, for the mutual funds, for banks, for with RBI, and for insurance companies with IRDA. So please first 100% be sure about the authenticity of the app, whether they are registered with the regulator or not. If they are not registered, avoid those apps.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope other participants may also be having some questions. So I would like to invite the participants to kindly.
Mr. Sabdar, please unmute. Mr. Sabdar, yes, Mr. Day. Yes.
I have one more question.
Dr. Day, first tell me how you like the session.
Yeah, sir, the session was very good, informative. Though I was investing in mutual fund for a long time, even then some information was not very clear to me. And from this session, I got the clarification. So it is very helpful for me, sir. Then my question already,
Yes,
one answer I got. Another question I typed on chat box also, that when we go to the website or app of mutual fund, different kinds of funds we get, like hybrid, equity, NFO, debt, etc. So among this, without thinking, which one is the best I can choose, sir? Like this, can you give me some suggestion? Which type is
Dr.
better?
Day, yes, Dr. Day, every fund is best and better because that is why that is in the market. Firstly. Secondly, every scheme is suitable to individuals. So it depends upon individual to individual what is their investment needs. Because suppose I give you an example, equity funds. They are suitable for the young people who can invest for the longer period. In equity, risk is very high, but so is the return. Return is also very relatively better. Hybrid funds simply means there is a mix of investment philosophy. Some of your money will go to the equity market, and some of your money will be given as a loan to the corporate or in government securities. So it is suitable for the persons who have relatively lower risk appetite. And third category, broadly, I am talking about debt funds. Debt fund simply means your money will be given as a loan to the corporates. Not a single penny will be invested into the equity. So the risk is very low, but so will be the return. So each category is beneficial or relevant for the individual category of investors. Those who are young, equity fund relatively is a better proposition, but they have to be a long-term investor, minimum 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. If you have crossed 40, 45, then hybrid funds are a relatively better proposition because your risk appetite has become lower. But when you cross 55, 60, debt fund is the only option where return is low, but security is very high. So it depends upon individual to individual, your risk appetite, your age, and lot of factors which will be determined which scheme you should invest in. This is my answer to you.
Thank you, sir. Very good information. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is one more question, sir, from I think one of the participants. Like, what are the consequences of non-compliance with AMFI regulations?
No. Firstly, there are no AMFI compliance regulations. The regulations are SEBI only. SEBI regulates mutual fund. Amfi is a apex body of mutual funds. We do contribute in formulation of regulations, but ultimately these are SEBI regulations, and non-compliance will have serious consequences. If a mutual fund company, which is technically called AMC, doesn't comply with any of the provisions of the or rules of regulation, SEBI will impose heavy penalty of them, and SEBI may even close the scheme. SEBI may even ask the AMC to refund the money immediately. So lot of repercussions are there for non-compliance, and SEBI is very strict. I again repeat, SEBI is very strict as far as compliance of regulations are concerned. Every AMC has to comply 100% SEBI regulations.
Thank you so much, sir. I think, sir, there is no more question from participants because I haven't seen any more questions also in the chat box. I hope sir has covered enough information about the mutual fund. I think hoping to see you next time again, sir. Thank you so much. I'm giving this session over to Professor Tanya Desang. Thank you.
And thank you on behalf of myself and on behalf of Amfi. I'm thankful to all of you, particularly senior person like Dr. Ranjit Kumar Dey and all other participants who have spared their time to be with us. And as I mentioned in the beginning, we will be focusing on Meghalaya in the next 3-4 years. So I will need your help to take our mission forward, to that every citizen of the Meghalaya should be financially literate. That is your mission. And I want you to be your partner in this mission. Thank you. Because you means all your academicians, all your professionals, because it is a colossal task. It is a very, very big task for all of us to educate people as much as we can. And we will definitely do it with the help and support of people like Dr. Ranjit, Dr. Tanya, and Mr. Alpha, and other faculty members.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the very informative session, as also for clarifying the doubts of our participants. And you can be assured of our cooperation in your mission, sir. And now, may I request Madam Junti M. Marak to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Madam, for this opportunity. A warm and graceful evening to our Honorable Resource Person, Management Committee, and everyone gathered here. I feel immense pleasure and fortunate to be part of this program. And now, without further delay, let me fulfill the purpose for which I have been assigned for. I now take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks and acknowledge the contribution of those who have worked really hard to make this event possible. Let me first start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's program successful. With His blessings and grace, we are able to make this event what it was. I, Srimati Junti Emara, on behalf of our Mendipathar College and the entire fraternity of the institution, extend my sincere thanks to our resource person, Sir Suryakant Sharma, for his active participation. Your deep and intellectual way of imparting knowledge have really given us a lot of information, which will truly help us in our life. Thank you, sir, for your worthy opinions and excellent coverage to the topic. I would also like to thank our principal, Dr. M.M. Sama, though for some or the other reason he could not be with us, but he has been always supportive. I'm thankful for all the huge support that he has given to us. Also, I express my sincere thanks to our HOD, Madam Tanya Pisama, for hosting the program smoothly. My sincere gratitude also goes to the Assistant Professor, Political Science Department, Sir B.J. Bora, for co-hosting the program. I also give my heartfelt thanks to Assistant Professor, Sir Alpha Abani C.H. Mora, for carrying out the interaction section successfully. My deep sense of appreciation and thanks also goes to all the participants who chose to be in live with us and attended the webinar with great enthusiasm and made it a successful event. My sincere gratitude also goes to the backbone of this event, that is the organizing committee and members, for taking topics that really matters in this age and time. Last but surely not the least, I also give thanks for all the technical support given by the Association of Mutual Fund in India, which had enabled us for webcasting our webinar. My sincere apologies if I have missed out on somebody. Thank you again to all for making this event a grand success. Thank you all.
Thank you on behalf of Amfi and my behalf. I am thankful to all of you. You are all faculty members, you are all students and other participants who have joined this program. We will continue this mission in future also with the blessings of Dr. Ranjit Kumar Day and all senior faculty members of your college. And again, I repeat with emphasis, please be an investor. That's the only way of making your life comfortable. If you don't invest, you will not be making, you will not reap the benefit of having a comfortable life. So please be investor. Early you make, better it will be. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.